speaker, who is Eric Kitari. Eric Kitari is from the President's Office, Pure Out. He's currently the Director of ICT. And Eric Kitari is managing all the local government authorities in this country, all the systems, actually in 26 regions and almost 133 councils, and he's now moving to include all of them. They're about 184. So he has a very big portfolio within the President's Office. And Eric Kitali is a holder of a Bachelor of Science and Master of Science in Computer Science, and a member of various national, technical, and steering committees. He has a vast experience in local government. Actually, this is the guy who drives TAMISEMI left, right, and center. If he misses in the office for one day, you can imagine, because the financial systems will not be working, I don't know what, so he's a very important person in the President's Office. So Mr. Eric Kitali, with all that vast experience in local government, but also in other forums, would just like you to share with us what are the roles TAMISEMI plays in creating health data, and what are the challenges that you're facing in making sure that the data is of good quality and that the information within that data can be used for planning. And what systems are in place that collect, monitor, and protect health data. If you don't mind, you would also tell us what are their strengths and their weaknesses, the systems that we are talking about. Karibu sana, Eric.
Very good morning to you all. Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Wow. Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm very honored and pleased to be part of this year Health Summit to share some experiences from PureRach and to contribute on these important discussions on health data for decision making, provision of quality healthcare. At PureRach, TAMISEMI, I'll be using TAMISEMI and PureRach interchangeably. TAMISEMI is in Swahili and PureRach is in English. At PureRach, we normally have our own definition of health data. We really concentrate on the core health sector, in this case, the medicines, the clinicals, the patients, the diseases, etc. But also, we are looking on the issues which are supporting the core health sector. And in this case, as my brother Mohammed said, we normally look on the WHO building blocks, but a health strategic sector policy plan and the strategy. And in this case, we make sure we have data for health financing, health planning. For instance, if you don't plan well, you don't budget well, and my brother Mohammed is saying within the 6 WHO building blocks, the health financing is leading. And in this case, at PureRach, we are making sure the health planning, budgeting, and financing is really at the good quality. But also, we are also ensuring data related to health, human resources, health governance is really at the core. And all issues related to multi-sector, health sector is multi-sector. We have to ensure issues related to water, issues related to agriculture, and in agriculture we are referring to nutrition. All those are part of contribution to health data at PureRach. And the role of PureRach, if everyone was in this summit want to succeed in whatever you are doing in Tanzania, you must have ties, you must have roots at PureRach. Failure to that, I'm sure you are not going to succeed. So the role of PureRach to all of us here is to ensure you are succeeding in whatever you are doing, if and only if you are competent. complying and aligning to government policies, guidelines, and procedures. And at Purage, we have our motto, our slogan called TAMISEMI ya Wananchi. And the TAMISEMI ya Wananchi is really echoing to this year theme, leaving no one behind. Leaving no one behind is the same as TAMISEMI ya Wananchi. Same as we have another new slogan, and Madam Chair likes to use it almost all the time. We have TAMISEMI Hatupoi. And Hatupoi in the sense you have to make sure no one is left. So everyone should be within whatever which you are going to do. And TAMISEMI has a great role in the Tanzanian governance because everyone is here, the policy making, the sectors, the ministries and everyone, but you have Wananchi at the local authorities. So TAMISEMI is at the middle layer, whereby for you to reach Wananchi at the local authorities, you have to pass through TAMISEMI. And TAMISEMI, we are here and there to assist you to make sure you are reaching to the roads. And the importance of TAMISEMI is to collect the sub-national data. And sub-national data we are collecting from 26 regions, 139 districts, 184 local authorities, 570 divisions. We have more than 3,900 wards, but it's more than 12,000 villages. We have Mita. Mita is we don't have the English name for Mita. So we have Mita, which are around 4,000, and we have hamlets and Vitongoji, which are around 64,000. So the role of TAMISEMI is to ensure whatever we are doing at the grassroots, we are supporting you to reach there. For us to reach there, we have various systems, and these systems are supporting us to first knowing everything happening at that level. So we want anything happening at these 64,000 Vitongoji hamlets, more than 12,000 villages must be at the center. And we have various systems, as Madam Chair put it forward before I present here. We have various systems. We have system for planning and budgeting. Back then, before 2017, we used to have a system which we were having some issues, but from 2017 to date, we have a very robust system which we can do planning and budgeting from where you are, from all the authorities. And now, this year, the coming planning session, we want to expand this particular system to reach the villages, to the wards, and the entire. And in this case right now, you can do the planning and budgeting online, doing all scrutinization, all assessment, etc., even getting the reports. Before 2017, we were using almost 9 months doing the planning. So you can imagine you have 12 months and you are using 9 months doing the planning. So right now we use less than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we are done with the planning and ready for execution, assessment execution of that particular plan. Again, we have another system, and this is really key for all of us here for financial management, which is at all facilities which are within the local authorities, within TAMISEMI. And this system is managing all finances from central government, from local government, own sources, cost sharing. We have this system called FAST, and is managing all the finances at all local authorities. And we have another system for EMR. One of the EMR which we are using at Purage is GoToMIS, and as we speak, we have more than 1,090 facilities which are using GoToMIS as we speak. And our plan is to reach to these more than 6,000 facilities which are the local authorities. Now, on health governance and leadership,
You have 2 minutes.
Wow. Okay. The challenges. These challenges are very common, but sometimes a common sense is not common to everyone, but they are common. One is process harmonization. This process of harmonization is within the government and within partners. So we have to work on that process harmonization. You find you go to this facility or you go to this partner, we don't come to a same point. Another problem, a challenge we have at Peorage managing the data is program partners harmonization. One example, right now we have a big challenge on managing the community systems. We have more than 12 systems at the community. Now bringing the partners together and making sure we are coming up with one robust system for communities is a big challenge. So that is another challenge which we have. Another challenge which we have, and happy we have so many doctors here, at Peorage we have a new disease called the pilotitis. We keep on piloting every single day. We started a certain system, after 2 years we start another one. But remember, we cannot solve challenges of one system by introducing another system. We have learning curves, we have all these dynamics of putting the system in operation. So we have that problem, and we jointly we really need to make sure we are getting rid of this disease which we call pilotitis. Let's keep with the Kaizen principle, the Japanese Kaizen principle, continuous improvement. If this thing is missing, then let's put it there and keep on continuing. Another thing we should have as a challenge is, yes, a system can work very well in Japan, in US, in wherever, but if you bring in Tanzania, there are some issues there. So we need to actually embrace on global principles, but let's practice locally. And in this case here, we need to see how best we can customize the system based on our culture, customize the system based on the environment. You know, sometimes in some areas, maybe we don't have power, we don't have human resources and all those. So we really need to make sure the system is featuring the current environment which we have. Another problem which we are facing as part of managing systems at local authorities is the mutual respect and trust. And we need to build this one. You know, when someone, a partner, your colleague from other department, when you talk to him or her, you find there's no mutual respect and trust. And if that is not there, it's really difficult for us to prosper, because that whatever you are discussing there, you are not aligning, you are not talking on the same language. So based on these challenges which I have mentioned, we are resulting into data incomplete, data redundancy, data inconsistency, data invalidity, and all that. You know, if you are collecting a certain information, different time, different systems, different people, you may find
Eric,
you have...
I know you can speak until tomorrow morning, but please save us some time for today.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Chair. So those challenges which we have, let's work together, let's align, let's have mutual respect, let's have embrace on Kaizen principle, the Japanese Kaizen principle, and I'm sure stronger together and we can prosper as a team. Thank you for listening.